Mid-test academic speaking presentation of article journal title, a comprehensive method for teaching English for specific purpose.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my presentation. It's very nice to have you here to attend my presentation. In this occasion, I would like to present a research article entitled as A Comprehensive Method for Teaching English for Specific Purpose by Muhammad Ali Chalikandi, which was published in Arab World English Journal, Volume 4, number 4213, page 310 until 322. From this article, I will present the introduction, instruction background, main method for teaching, and conclusion. This is stating the central ideas and main point in the article. Ladies and gentlemen, by listening to this presentation, this can be one avoid of receiving questions to avoid them from extinction. This is stating the benefit of listening to the presentation to the listener. First, I will explain about introduction. English for specific or specific purpose, aka ESP, has become prominent part of EFL, or English as a foreign language, or English as a second language, aka ESL, teaching since 1916. Nowadays, both material writers and teachers realize the importance of need analysis due to the influence of ESP, one English language teaching in general. ESP is broad area consisting of English for business, English for science and technology, English for engineering, English for waiters, and etc. It's known that it is a branch English language teaching ELT which is on a process, material, and method which have been developed by adapting from other disciplines and integrating with other disciplines. ESP has been very actively influencing ELT since it is material-driven, learner-centered, and learner-centered approach. There is a growing diversity in ESP now. Finally, it's time to talk about the finding and discussion of the research. First is the origin of ESP. ESP did not begin just because of some new theories or ideas in any files. It was mainly because of necessary of the time which shaped ESP and the present from World War and the oil crisis of 1916 were the two historical events responsible for the origin of ESP. The demands of brave word, a revolution linguistic, and focus of the learner were the three common reasons for the birth of ESP. There are many even which have the weight for ESP. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, all this leads of the importance of considering learners varied needs a learning context, focusing of learner and learning results and adapting the language. Next is ESP or General English. General English, Generally ESP is a branch of EFL or ESL, which are the main branches of English language teaching or ELT in general. According to Hansen Waiters 1987, ESP is an approach to language learning based on the learner's needs and center around the question, why does this learner need to learn foreign language? First is it may as teaching methods and situation differ from general English. 2. It may be designed for adult, intermediate, or advanced learners. Next is type of ESP. Traditional ESP is defined into English for academic purpose or EAP and English occupational purpose or EOP, both of which are subdivided into further like English for science and technology, English for law, English for vocational purpose, or etc. Huntington and Walters Economics and English for Social Science, each of which is divided into EAF, EAP, and EOP, didn't see much difference between both, and point out that people can work as speaker of English of teaching English language for communicative purpose. English language should be matched to the needs and purpose of learner. The AB takes place in a variety of settings and circumstances. The student need EAP for higher education. 4.1. Next, student practice of EAP. Unlike general English, EAP begins with learner and situation and teaches academic general according to Wallace 2001. It started with a goal, genre and focus which are different from reports that there are 4 types of EAP over in higher education context. EAP is a term either intensively or extensively in English-speaking countries like the USA, the which students are required to take a compulsory subject like study, skill, and intensive program. Next is ESP around the world. The present trend is spreading into the non-native English-speaking countries, where English is taught as either a second language or as a voyage language. According to him, business English has been a part of ESP for long, but the ESP trend is now spreading into aviation industry in China. The growth in the number of people seeking to learn English or study English medium educational institution is due to the ever-increasing number of non-native English-speaking students. The push to meet the demand of the job market in Malaysia needs to be redesigned to meet it. Next is future of ESP. According to Nunan 2001, the demand of English language education around the world is increasing because it's the language of international business, technology, and science. Therefore, ESP will flourish and grow more in the non-active English-speaking countries. Still use need analysis. However, the focus of the need analysis will be shifted because ESP will be done more in non-native English-speaking countries. Next is characteristic of ESP. ESP is designed for advanced or intermediate adults with some basic knowledge and skill of English. Ladies and gentlemen, in the ESP classroom, teacher may not have the knowledge of the content, but learners have. Role play, case study, project work, and task-based teaching are commonly used in ESP classes. Register analysis done to edify the grammar, syntax, lexical items which are particular for the specific ESP. ESP is multidisciplinary activity, therefore it is necessary to understand how written and spoken text work. Next is structure ESP course. Since the basic structure of the course is defined, it is difficult to run ESP course haphazardly. An ESP course requires following steps: analyzing needs, planning syllabus, designing the course, creating materials, choosing methods, and reviewing the course. Next, need analysis. The course is built around the needs and aspirations of students. For ESP, instruction and need analysis a must-do first step. The reason for learner English is described as the learner needs, learner expectation, and standard should inform ESP teachers about their choice and limitation. Questionnaires, survey interviews, and other methods of need analysis are the most common. The need analysis should be the starting point for developing the ESP course's syllabus, course material, and type of teaching learning that will take place. Work context. academic context, and learner multiple intelligences are all part of standard need study. Next is syllabus. Need analysis will give the necessary background to draw up the syllabus. Basically, a syllabus is a specification of what is included in the SP course. Deciding a syllabus involves examining the analysis and establishing objective of the course. It then entails the selection grading, sequencing the language and content and divisions of the contents into units. Jordan 1967. Next is course design. The SP. The instructor creates the course after evaluating the needs of the student and tailoring it to their needs. Creating ESP course is not easy, but it is a difficult challenge. Before making decision, the ESP instructor must examine a variety of issues. They are whether course is intense or lengthy, whether it's graded or not, whether it addresses urgent or deferred needs. Next is material development. The SP teacher find themselves in a situation where they are expected to produce a course that exactly matches the needs of a group of learners. The SP teacher need to be creative with the available material, modify according the learner and supplement with extra materials. The SP material should be visual based in order to improve learners' visual literacy. As ESP follows learner-centered approach, it should explore technology to provide learners varied choices. The SP should use topic, themes, activity, and activity specific to subject and profession. The SP and EOP teacher included specific language skill and linguistic item required in particular job. Next is methodology of ESP. The ESP makes us the methodology of other content subject. A good ESP teacher will try to minimize the negative effects of the learner's emotional reaction of learning. A typical ESP class uses video discs, CD-ROM, the internet, email, and computer language learning, or CALL, aka CALL. Emphasis on the process rather than the product is not the most important issue, but getting the answer is important. Next is evaluation. It's the process of the gathering, analysis, and interpreting information about the is done to make judgment about it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is imperative of evaluation at ESP course since ESP course normally has specific objective. The data resulting from evaluation assists us in deciding whether a course needs to modify, alter in any way so that objective may be achieved more effectively. There are two kinds of evaluation are used in ESP teaching. First is learner assessment. Learner assessment refers to process and production whereby we determine what learners are able to do in the target language. According to Doggle 2000, a specific purpose language test is one which the test contain methods are derived from an analysis of the characteristics of a specific target language situation. The task we administer should be one that captures the kind of behavior, skill, or performance and interest in. Such the task allow us to make an assessment that is appropriate to tasks of learner and should be based on a need analysis. Second, placement test. Placement test is used at the beginning of course to make learners in course most suited to their needs. It is done to see a learner's proficiency in the beginning and its also a tool for need analysis. Third, assessment test. An assessment test is done to assess the learner progress. It can done at any time during the course. Achievement tests decide whether or not the learners have successfully achieved that they are supposed to learn. And four is proficiency test. Is to assess whether the learners can cope with the demands of particular situation or not. Standardized commercial language proficiency tests like ELTs and TOEFL are used to assess student proficiency before they enter a university in native English-speaking countries. According to Harmer, 1998, proficiency tests assess learner general language ability, not their progress.
Next is coursing evaluation. English teacher learner is sponsor or special body evaluate the course. It is done through both formal methods like evaluating test results, questionnaires, discussion and discussions. There are many options like during the course, at the end of the course and even after the course. Course evaluation includes assessment like syllabus, material, teaching and learner methods. Next is role of an ESP practitioner. ESP influences more than teaching, therefore practitioner rather than teacher, to emphasizing that ESP work involves much more than teaching, stressing the varied role of ESP teacher. Generally, teacher role in ESP class matches the expectation of needs of learners. Teacher usually provides information about skill and language and control the activity. Therefore, teacher are provider of input and activity. They manage rather than control learning. Next is as a teacher. Teacher ESP focusing on helping students to learning, therefore the practitioner is not the primary provider of the content. Students know more than the teacher. ESP practitioner have to flexible to accommodate what come up during the lesson. Teacher need to take risks in their teaching, which one of the key points associating as a ESP practitioner. ESP as a researcher and evaluator. ESP teacher must keep up with the research in order to implement new findings from ongoing studies. Different from of assessment are use of ESP professional. ESP teacher help the student evolve important skill for their academic study and careers. They must move from one topic to next by using real up-to-date and relevant information. ESP as a collaboration, as the teacher have to work with the subject specially because ESP often influences using specific subject content material. This can be either a spatial comparison like discussing syllabus or text in the academic context. ESP of the course designer and material provider. ESP practitioners often have to plan their course that they teach and provide material they need to choose publish material in their adapt material. Ladies and gentlemen, from the article the conclusion is drawn. ESP students are typical to adults who are intermediate or advanced in English, have some knowledge of the language. They are learning the language so that they can interact in the specific academic or professional environment. There are certainly no dominant movement in ESP. However, various techniques, material, and methods are they use. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.